Hey guys, it's Marissa. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about my trip to Tokyo Disneyland Resort. So to start with, I'll tell you guys where I stayed in Tokyo when I went. So I got in Tokyo on September 21st, 2019, and I stayed until the 26th. And I stayed at the Sheraton Miyako, and the Sheraton Miyako is close to Roppongi, which is like a pretty awesome place to stay. It's more of a businessy area than it is like a super touristy area. So I'd highly recommend staying in that area when you go to Tokyo because you're like pretty central to everything. So Disneyland Tokyo does have its own resort, so that means it has its own hotels. I priced out staying at the hotels. It was going to cost me around $600 US a night to stay there, so I ended up not paying that much money and staying in the Sheraton Miyako Hotel, which cost about $180 a night US dollars. So that was a pretty significant savings for me to stay at the Sheraton Miyako instead of staying at Tokyo Disneyland Sea or the Tokyo Disneyland Resort. So there are 3 ways to get your tickets. 1, 2, 3. So the first way is if you know exactly when you're going ahead of time, and you can purchase your tickets on a computer, and you need to purchase it from a computer. You cannot purchase your tickets from a laptop or a cell phone. So it will not work. It'll tell you that most of the dates are sold out. I called, they told me on the phone that I needed a printer and a laptop or a computer to purchase my tickets. So I went with the other 2 ways when I tried to get my tickets. So the other 2 ways are, the first way is to go to a 7-Eleven or a Family Mart to try to buy your tickets. They sell out quickly though, so when I went to the 7-Eleven and the Family Mart, I did try both. I was unable to get a ticket to DisneySea, they were sold out. So I had to do the third option, which was to get to the park very early in the morning, which is, we're talking like get there at 6 a.m. and wait in the long line for 2 hours to get into the park. So that was actually a good option for me, but because I didn't want to get lost on the subway system and I didn't want to risk missing out on getting my ticket, I ended up taking a cab from my hotel. It was about a 30-minute cab drive. Tokyo has some of the most expensive cabs in the world, so you need to expect that if you're going to take a cab ride for about 30 minutes, it's going to cost you around, let's say, I think it cost me 9,000 yen, which is about $88 US, so it's very expensive for a 30-minute drive. But for me, this was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so I wanted to make sure that I got there. And it was great that I did, and I don't regret it in any way, shape, or form. It's very easy to catch a cab back. You just go back to the bus loop, and there's all these cabs lined up. And the cab that I took back was a cheaper cab, but you could really tell that it was a lot cheaper. And cab etiquette is something else for a whole different video, but make sure you follow the cab etiquette if you're going to ride in a cab in Japan. So I did stand in line to get a ticket, and I did end up getting a ticket. Here is my ticket. My ticket cost 7,400 yen, and it has the date printed on the back of it, so I can actually show you there. So you can actually see how much you paid for it and what day that you purchased your ticket. So if you buy a ticket online or from a store, you can use your pass for either Tokyo Disneyland or Tokyo Disneyland Sea. So because I purchased in person at the counter, I was only able to use this at Tokyo DisneySea. They are paper, so they are like the old Disney World tickets from, I want to say it's been like 10 years since they've been like this at Disney World. But you do put them in the machines to get your fast passes, and they slide out. Make sure you keep that in mind when storing this, because it did rain when I was at Tokyo DisneySea, and it was very hot and rainy. It was gross weather. So just keep that in mind when you're visiting, that you need somewhere to store this, that it's not going to get damaged in the rain. But it's super cute. It does say Tokyo Disneyland Resort, which obviously I kept it, so that means that I thought it was cute and I really liked it. So make sure that when you get to the park, you make a beeline for the ticket counter if that's the way that you're going to go, because when you get there, you're going to notice, even if you get there at 6 a.m. like I did, people are lined up out of the park. Like they're at the ticket turnstiles waiting. So I know when I actually got in line after I got my ticket, it was an hour wait after I got my ticket to actually get into the park. So going through security was a lot sorry, it was a lot easier than it is in the United States. I had a backpack with me, and they don't actually go through your bag. They feel the bottom of your bag, which to me didn't seem like it was much of security measures, but I noticed things in Japan are a lot more lax because it's a very honest culture compared to the United States. So I think they were relying on like an honor system of that you weren't going to bring anything dangerous into the parks. So that was kind of weird. I wish they would have had more security measures because I know that they have gone through issues in the past before. So not specifically DisneySea, but Tokyo itself had attacks in the 90s, which I'm not going to get into, but to prevent things like that happening, I feel like their security measures should have been a little more intense than they were. So when you first enter the park, you're going to see a giant globe that is like, you could kind of compare it to the Epcot globe, but it's not nearly as big, and it revolves around. I followed the big crowd because I was kind of lost and confused. I did have a map, so because I went to the ticket counter, and if you're going to the ticket counter, they will give you a map in English and a Showtime guide in English. So this is what you get when you go to the counter. The maps at Tokyo Disney are actually a lot better than they are here in the United States. I'm gonna walk you through a map to show you why. They have a quick guide to dining, which is like a whole page in itself, and it tells you how many tables and the cuisine. So it was very hot the day that I went. It was super sweaty and I just wanted to eat in the air conditioning. So it told you how many tables are inside the restaurant. So you know exactly like what area you can go to that you're most likely going to get a table, which I think most of the restaurants had inside seating. I don't think any of them had outdoor seating now that I think about it, but you can look at here, you know, if you're going to have to make a reservation in advance and how much it costs, and if it's a buffeteria is what they call it, or a counter service restaurant. And then there's, I think, three table service restaurants in the park. So most of them are counter service. There are some buffeterias. A buffeteria is like a cafeteria where you get a tray and you walk down the line pointing to what you want to eat. So I did go to one of those to get a dessert because they had cute Halloween desserts. So yeah, it kind of gives you, you know, you can get a drink, which I think most of their drinks are tea or beer. They drink a lot of beer and tea. So then you have a quick guide to shopping, and your quick guide to shopping tells you which area you're going to and like what's sold in that area. So I know I was looking for apparel at one point in the trip, and you could go down the list and it's like Figaro's clothing. Figaro's clothing is one of the places that sells apparel, and then Steamboat Mickey's also has apparel, and those are the only two shops that have apparel. So just keep that in mind. Apparel, I guess, doesn't mean t-shirts, but that some of the t-shirts are very expensive, so keep that in mind when you're going shopping, that a lot of the stuff is going to be very pricey. I know that to get my t-shirts I went to the Tower of Terror gift shop, and it's nothing like the United States. It wasn't even themed Tower of Terror. It was just like a store with Duffy bears and like 5 t-shirts. The t-shirts in the Tower of Terror gift shop were, I want to say 7,000 yen. They were very expensive, and I was like, I'm not paying $70 for a shirt, which is what I said in my mind. I didn't say it out loud, and I just remember going, I'm not paying that much for a shirt, so I didn't. And then there's an attractions guide. So the attractions guide tells you if it's a ride through the dark, if it's high speed or thrilling, and if it's okay on rainy days, which is really nice to know because it did rain while I was there. It didn't pour the whole time, but it did rain, so you can see like what's good during those occasions. And if you have a kid, you can go get wristbands to tell, so you don't have to be measured over and over again, which is something nice that I wish they did in the United States, because they're constantly measuring children when you get up to an attraction. So the areas of the park, let me open the actual map. So here's the actual map. So you have Port Discovery, Mermaid Lagoon, the Lost Delta, Arabian Coast, Mysterious Island, American Waterfront, Mediterranean Harbor, and I think that's it. Let me look and make sure I got all of them. So this is the map. As you can see, it's a pretty decent sized park. Journey to the Center of the Earth is right here. I know that's a big ticket attraction. That was closed when I went, so I did not even get the opportunity to ride it. If I go back next year, I will be sure to try to ride that ride and let you guys know how it was. So when I went, Soren, what's Fantasy? Hold on, let me find the name of it. They had just opened their own Soren attraction at Tokyo Disney, and it's called, ooh, where is it? There's not even that many rides. Why am I so lost? Oh, because it's brand new. That's why. Well, I don't actually see it on here. Maybe it wasn't added here yet. Or maybe I'm just not right. No, it's definitely not on here. So, oh, yes it is. It's the first one. Yeah, so it's called Fantastic Flight. That had a 6-hour wait. I wasn't waiting 6 hours. So instead I walked right past it. I was not gonna wait in that line. Everyone had their umbrellas open and I kept moving on. I was like, So the first ride I did was 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas. I waited like 5 minutes for it, and then I went to the Mermaid Lagoon and did the Flounder Coaster, which was really cute. And then I did Indiana Jones over and over again. My favorite ride while I was there was Sinbad's Voyage, which was really cute. It's probably like a Japanese version of It's a Small World, so I would highly recommend that if you like are really into like classic Disney rides. A lot of rides were closed when I was there though, so keep that in mind to check the refurbishments. So they also gave me this times guide. Since it was Halloween at Tokyo DisneySea, you were able to wear your costumes, and here's the list of requirements when wearing your costumes. Unlike in America where you have to buy a ticket to go to the Halloween parties, you are able to wear a costume every day from September 9th through October 31st. You can wear a costume in either park, so keep that in mind that a lot of people are wearing costumes. You just have to be able to see the expressions on your face. And there's a lot of other guidelines, but that's the one that stuck out to me the most because people followed that one to a T, that you could see their expressions on their face. So it does have the rules in here, the character greetings. A big thing there is the Duffy Bears. That's like a huge thing. Everyone has Duffy Bears, which to me was kind of strange because it's not a popular thing here. So the next thing is, I'll tell you about these t-shirts. Here are the t-shirts. Take it over here. So this is the largest size. It's an LL that I could find, and according to the back, it's also the largest size. I got my dad and brother at both an LL. It did not fit my dad. So just keep in mind, if you are a tall man, you're probably not going to be able to wear t-shirts from Tokyo DisneySea or Tokyo Disneyland at all. They run very small. I took a large. I'm usually around a size 6 in a shirt. I'm like a small medium, so here I'm a small medium, so I took a large in their shirts and it fits me perfectly. But keep it in mind when you're buying souvenirs for your family, they do not fit like they do in the United States. And I paid 1,500 yen, which you can see right here, 1,500 yen, so it's a little less than $15 for me to purchase these. And then I also purchased these cute headbands for my sister, mom, and I. I have one right with me right now. This is the Dumbo headband. They are so soft. I love these. They are superior to Mickey and Minnie ears because they are so soft, and I know for the ears a lot of people get headaches, and for some reason these are only sold in Tokyo Disney, which I think that's true. Not 100%, but I haven't seen them anywhere else. So these things are super soft. They are also 1,500 yen, as you can see on the tag here. I'll show you. 1,500 yen. And the lady, when I bought these, gave me around 10 to 15 bags, and the bags are super cute, but she knew that I was traveling from a different country, so she gave me bags to give us souvenirs. I haven't done anything with them. They're just sitting folded in my stuff. So these are the bags from Tokyo DisneySea. So if you have any questions or comments, you can comment below, ask me the questions. I am more than happy to explain any more to you that you want to know, like explaining the subway system, because I did take that, I just didn't take it to Tokyo Disneyland Resort. So if you want to know like where to stay, like more about my hotel, more about my trip to Japan, just let me know, comment down below. I did again visit Okinawa and Nagasaki before I actually got to Tokyo City, and I'm more than happy to talk about the flights and anything that you want to know about that. I also ordered a FabFitFun box, which should be arriving soon, so we're going to open that together. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope everything goes well. I hope your weekends are wonderful and that you will stay healthy and happy. So have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.